the latest military news update. This is AFP Community News, hosted by Rofh Suzon every 12 noon, Mondays to Fridays. Only here on DWDD Armed Forces Radio. One AFP for a stronger Philippines.
Philippine and U.S. Marines conclude MASA 2025. AFP stops illegal Chinese fishing, seizes cyanide near Ayungin Shoal. PNP boosts patrols nationwide to ensure safe and peaceful UNDAS observance. Taal volcano records 3 minor eruptions. Fivox raises alert to level 1.
Hello to everyone, especially to our troops at Camp Emilio Ginaldo in Quezon City. Today is Monday, October 27, and this is AFP Community News, your source for the updates on the armed forces and other developments across the country. I am Rofh Suzon-Abay here to bring you today's stories.
DWDD Armed Forces News.
For the brief overview of our news, the Philippine Marine Corps and the United States Marine Corps officially concluded the Marine Air Support Activity 2025 or MASA 2025 after 2 weeks of intensive interoperability exercises. The drills held in multiple locations across Luzon and Palawan strengthened both forces' coordination in coastal defense, maritime strike, and air-ground operations. During the closing ceremony in Taguig City, officials highlighted the exercise's role in enhancing readiness and regional security. MASA 2025 involved over 650 personnel from the Philippines and the United States, including reservists and air and naval units.
DWDD Armed Forces News.
The Armed Forces of the Philippines reaffirmed its commitment to marine protection after Western Command troops intercepted Chinese fishing boats engaged in illegal activities near Ayungin Shoal. Following standard protocol, AFP personnel escorted the vessels out of the area and seized bottles of suspected cyanide used for destructive fishing. The prompt action prevented further damage to coral reefs and marine life in the area. The AFP emphasized that its lawful patrols in the West Philippine Sea aim to safeguard national territory and preserve the marine ecosystem.
Armed Forces Radio.
From our report on the ground, let us hear the report of AMI about Philippine Navy warships docked in Surigao City for 81st Battle of Surigao Strait commemoration.
Yes, Rofh, the two Philippine Navy warships, BRP Artemio Ricarte PS-37 and BRP Hilario Ruiz PC-378, arrived at Surigao City Pier for the 81st commemoration of the Battle of Surigao Strait. The port visit aims to honor Filipino and Allied heroes who fought in one of World War II's most decisive sea battles while bringing the Navy closer to the public. A guided ship tour organized by the City Tourism and Cultural Affairs Office allowed visitors to learn about the vessel's history and missions. The Navy's participation highlights its continuing commitment in preserving the nation's maritime heritage and honoring wartime valor. This is Ami reporting for AFP Community News, one AFP for Stronger Philippines.
Thank you, Ami.
DWDD Armed Forces News.
Person of the Marine Battalion Landing Team 9 at the Navy under Naval Task Force 42 extended assistance to 5 Filipino fishermen who sought shelter after facing rough seas in the West Philippine Sea. The fishermen, all residents of San Jose, Mindoro, were given food, water, medical aid, and temporary lodging by the troops. After the weather improved, they safely returned to sea later that day. The Marine swift response highlighted their strong commitment to humanitarian service and the safety of Filipino fishermen in the country's maritime domain.
DWDD Armed Forces News.
The Armed Forces of the Philippines discovered more than 60 non-existent flood control projects out of 8,000 inspected nationwide. AFP Chief of Staff General Romeo Browner Jr. said that the inspections were conducted following the request of Public Works Secretary Vince Dizon, who tasked the AFP and Philippine National Police to verify the existence of infrastructure projects. He said the AFP continues to inspect more than 16,000 projects provided by the Department of Public Works and Highways, with numbers expected to rise as inspections progress. He clarified that while the AFP can verify if projects exist, assessments on substandard works are handled by DPWH engineers.
Armed Forces Radio.
And now from Papsi Mall, let us hear from Sean about Philippine Air Force Chief leads blessing of PMA Air Warfare Laboratory.
The Commanding General of the Philippine Air Force, Lieutenant General Arthur M. Cordura, led the blessing of the newly established Department of Air Warfare Laboratory at the Philippine Military Academy in Baguio City on October 24, 2025. Prior to the ceremony, he paid a courtesy call on PMA Superintendent Vice Admiral Cesar Bernard Valencia. The Air Warfare Laboratory is designed to enhance the technical and academic training of the cadets in air warfare, providing advanced tools and modern learning environment to better prepare future Air Force officers. Lieutenant General Cordura also held a leadership talk with the members of PMA Talang Dangal Class of 2026, emphasizing professionalism, discipline, and vital role of the air power in national defense. The event highlighted the strong partnership between the Air Force and the PMA in shaping the next generation of AFP leaders. This is Sean Berganyo reporting for AFP Community News, 1 AFP for Stronger Philippines.
Thank you, Sean.
DWDD Armed Forces News.
The Armed Forces of the Philippines reaffirmed its apolitical stance after a nationwide survey revealed that 70% of Filipinos oppose military involvement in political disputes. AFP spokesperson Colonel Francel Margaret Padilla said the military gets the message and remains focused on its constitutional duty to protect the nation rather than engage in politics. She emphasized that the AFP's strength lies in its impartiality and commitment to service, not taking sides. The reaffirmation comes as the AFP continues to deny coup rumors and upholds professionalism and civilian supremacy under the Constitution.
DWDD National News.
And now for our national news, Philippine National Police Acting Chief Lieutenant General Jose Melencio Nartates Jr. ordered all units nationwide to intensify patrol operations in residential, commercial, and public areas for the observance of All Saints and All Souls Days. He directed officers to maintain strong police visibility and coordinate with local officials to prevent crimes while families visit cemeteries. Over 31,000 police personnel will be deployed nationwide, supported by the Armed Forces, Coast Guard, and Fire Bureau, along with nearly 30,000 force multipliers. Lieutenant General Nartates also reminded the public to secure their homes, unplug appliances, and report any suspicious activity to a nearby police station.
Armed Forces Radio.
Some information from Spencer about second ID host pistahan sa Camp Kapinpin in Tanay, Rizal.
Rofh, the 2nd Infantry Division, successfully held the Pistahan sa Camp Kapinpin at its headquarters in Tanay, Rizal. The activity brought together the soldiers, stakeholders, and local entrepreneurs in a celebration of peace and collaboration. Led by 2nd ID Commander Major General Ramon Masagala and MSUB Chairperson Ms. Agustina Avellino, the event featured local products and livelihood bots promoting sustainable peace and development in Southern Tagalog. Major General Sagala emphasized that peace is best celebrated when shared and emphasized the Army's commitment in fostering unity and cooperation through continued partnership. This is Spencer, reporting for AFP Community News, 1 AFP for a Stronger Philippines.
Thank you so much, Spencer.
DWDD National News.
On the other hand, the Civil Aviation Authority of the Philippines has raised the alert status in all airports nationwide in preparation for the expected influx of travelers during UNDAS 2025. The move follows the directive of President Ferdinand Marcos Jr. and Acting Transportation Secretary Giovanni Lopez under a planned Biyaheng Ayos UNDAS 2025, which runs from October 30 to November 4. Malasakit help desks, along with security and medical teams, will be stationed in airports to ensure safe and orderly travel for passengers. CAAP is also coordinating with the Philippine National Police Aviation Security Unit, Office of Transportation Security, and airline companies to speed up check-in and boarding processes as passenger volume is projected to reach 5.8 million this year.
DWDD National News.
The Philippine Institute of Volcanology and Seismology reported 3 minor eruptions at the Taal volcano in Batangas yesterday. The agency said 1 phreatic and 2 phreatombagmatic eruptions generated plumes rising 1,200 to 2,100 meters above the craters. PHIVOLCS raised alert level 1, warning that steam-driven or gas explosions may occur without notice. The latest activity follows a minor eruption recorded at the main crater last Saturday.
Armed Forces Radio.
Let us hear more from Eljoy of First Year G about 5th ID strengthens partnership with stakeholders in 3rd quarter MSUB meeting.
Yes, Rofh, the 5th Infantry's 3rd Division Philippine Army successfully conducted the 3rd Quarter Multi-Sector Advisory Board meeting presided over by Brigadier General Romualdo Raymond B. Landingan Philippine Army, Assistant Division Commander, together with Dr. Narciso A. Edilio, Agricultural Sector Representative. The activity aimed to strengthen collaboration between the division and its stakeholders in pursuit of good governance, transparency, and continuous organizational transformation. Members of the advisory board shared valuable insights and recommendations to further enhance the division's operational effectiveness and community partnership. The meeting reflects the 5th Infantry Division's commitment to uphold the Army transformation roadmap and sustain its vision of becoming a world-class Army that is a source of national pride. This is Melji National Aroko reporting for AFP Community News. 1 AFP for stronger Philippines.
Thank you, Meljoy of First Year G.
DWDD National News.
Meanwhile, Canlaon volcano in Negros Island erupted for 3 minutes last Friday night, producing an ash plume that rose to 1,000 meters and drifted northwest. The Philippine Institute of Volcanology and Seismology reported that the pyroclastic density currents were observed descending the southern upper slopes with 1 kilometer of the summit crater. PHIVOLCS maintained alert level 2, warning of possible ash emissions, rockfalls, and sudden explosions. Residents were urged to stay out of the 4-kilometer danger zone and take precautions against ashfall and potential lahars during heavy rain.
DWDD National News.
Relatedly, the Department of Social Welfare and Development Negros Island Region has prepared over 75,000 family food packs for possible relief operations following Mount Canlaon's minor explosive eruption last Friday night. Assistant Secretary Irene Dumlao said the field office is closely coordinating with local government units to assess needs and provide timely assistance. DSWD Regional Director Arwin Razo reported no displaced residents in nearby areas, including La Castellana, Canlaon City, and Murcia. The agency's mobile kitchen, command center, and water filtration truck are also on standby for immediate deployment.
Armed Forces Radio.
On the other line, let's hear more from MJ about Air Force Reserve Command holds outreach program for IP community in Pampanga.
The Air Force Reserve Command, led by Major General Pablo Rustria Jr., Philippine Air Force, and represented by Brigadier General Joselito Lopena, Philippine Air Force, conducted a community outreach program for the indigenous peoples community in Sitio Monicayo, Barangay Kalumpang, Mabalacat City, Pampanga. The activity, part of AFRC's pre-anniversary celebration, included lectures on the AFP Communication Plan Mulat, distribution of family food packs, school supplies and sleepers, as well as a feeding program for 1,200 beneficiaries. Local leaders and school officials expressed their appreciation for the initiative, which aimed to support the education and well-being of the IP community. The AFRC also acknowledged the contributions of its partner stakeholders for making the outreach program a success. This is MJ reporting for AFP Community News, One AFP for a Stronger Philippines.
Thank you, MJ.
Armed Forces Radio.
From Solcom, let us hear from Jess about 9 ID honors Brigadier General Kabangbang and welcomes Brigadier General Reyes as new Assistant Division Commander.
The 9th Infantry Spear Division paid tribute to Brigadier General Randolph G. Kabangbang in a testimonial parade held on October 21, honoring his 37 years of faithful and dedicated military service. Prior to serving as Assistant Division Commander of the 9ID, Brigadier General Kabangbang held several key leadership roles, including Chief of Staff of the 2nd Infantry Division, Commander of the Presidential Security Group, and Commander of the 203rd Infantry Brigade. During the same event, a change of Chief of Office ceremony was presided over by Major General Alwin I. Almase, Commander of the 9ID, as Brigadier General Ariel M. Reyes formally assumed his post as the new Assistant Division Commander. Major General Almase expressed his appreciation for Brigadier General Kabangbang's invaluable contribution and welcomed Brigadier General Reyes, a seasoned officer and former commandant of the Officer Candidate School, assuring confidence in his ability to uphold the Spear Division's legacy of excellence. The ceremony concluded with a testimonial dinner and celebration honoring both officers alongside the birthday of Major General Almase and the 92nd day of his leadership at the helm of the 9ID. This is Jess from Solcom reporting for AFP Community News, One AFP for a Stronger Philippines.
Thank you, Jess from Solcom.
DWDD National News.
For other national news, the Department of Foreign Affairs confirmed the Filipino nationals are among over 1,000 foreigners fleeing Myanmar following a raid on a major online scam hub in Mawadi near the Thailand border. The Philippine Embassy in Yangon has received 222 requests for rescue and repatriation, with 66 Filipinos having crossed into Thailand and 9 now under embassy custody. The DFA said it is coordinating with Myanmar and Thai authorities to facilitate deportation and rescue efforts for those still trapped in scam compounds. The agency assured that it remains committed to the safe repatriation of affected Filipinos through government-to-government coordination.
DWDD National News.
President Ferdinand Marcos Jr. has signed Executive Order Number 101, mandating the full implementation of the Sagip-Saka Act to enhance the productivity and livelihood of farmers and fisher folk nationwide. The order directs all national agencies, state universities and colleges, and local government units to align their programs with the law's objectives and directly purchase agricultural and fishery products from accredited cooperatives and enterprises. The EO exempts such procurements from the regular bidding process to promote local food consumption and support small producers. The Department of Agriculture will lead the coordination through virtual Sagip-Saka desks and report progress to the President.
Armed Forces Radio.
Let us hear more updates from Ken about AFP rebukes Paulo Duterte over misleading remarks on U.S. missile deployment.
The Armed Forces of the Philippines denounced Representative Paulo Duterte's misleading interpretation of AFP Chief of Staff General Romeo Browner Jr.'s remark on temporary deployment of U.S. Typhoon missile system in the country. The AFP clarified that Browner's statement merely explained the system technical range and that its deployment is strictly for training and capability building under the AFP modernization program. It dismissed Duterte's insinuation of foreign allegiance as false and damaging to the military's integrity and patriotism. The AFP reiterated that all defense partnerships adhere to the Philippines' independent foreign policy and sovereign interests. This is Ken reporting for AFP Community News, 1 AFP for Stronger Philippines.
Thank you so much, Ken.
Forces Radio.
And now from Palawan, more updates from Junes about multi-sectoral forum and mural painting awarding highlight unity and awareness for the West Philippine Sea.
The Western Command through the 6th Civil Relations Group, Civil Relations Service, Armed Forces of the Philippines, spearheaded the West Philippine Sea Multi-Sectoral Forum and Mural Painting Competition awarding ceremony. The activity aimed to raise public awareness and strengthen unity among different sectors in promoting national interests in the West Philippine Sea. During the program, various lectures were presented focusing on the West Philippine Sea. After the forum, the awarding of winners for the WPS mural painting competition was held. The People's Choice Award went to SMNHS Senior High School Art Club, while Team Aklas emerged as the champion, followed by WPU Visual Artists as first runner-up and UAPSA Palsu as second runner-up, while the other participants took home consolation prizes. The event highlighted the collective effort of the military academe and youth in safeguarding the country's sovereignty and raising awareness on issues surrounding the West Philippine Sea. This is Katropang Tunes reporting for AFP Community News, 1 AFP for Stronger Philippines.
Thank you, Junes from Palawan.
DWDD National News.
President Ferdinand Marcos Jr. has signed Executive Order Number 100, establishing a floor price for palay to safeguard farmers from sharp declines in farm gate prices. The Department of Agriculture is tasked to set and regularly adjust the floor price based on production costs, market trends, and regional conditions to ensure fair income for producers. A steering committee led by the DA and the Department of the Interior and local government will oversee implementation, monitor compliance, and report to the President on its impact on farmer earnings and rice supply stability. The EO also authorizes the use of public facilities as temporary palay storage to support post-harvest operations and prevent grain losses.
DWDD National News.
President Ferdinand Marcos Jr. lauded the groundbreaking of Royal Cold Storage's expansion site in Plaridel, Bulacan, calling it a vital step towards strengthening the country's cold chain capacity and food security. The 1.5-hectare expansion, led by global investor I Squared Capital, will complement RCS's existing 5-hectare facility. President Marcos said the project would help reduce post-harvest losses, stabilize food prices, and support farmers and fisherfolk through better preservation and logistics. He also noted that the initiative will create more jobs and promote sustainability by ensuring a stable and affordable food supply nationwide.
Forces Radio.
And more updates from Shaina, 14th IB guides scouts in school encampment in Leyte to build leadership and survival skills.
Yes, Rofh, the 14th Infantry Battalion successfully facilitated the annual BSP or GSP school-based encampment at Thomas Opu Central School in Southern Leyte. Avenger troopers guided scouts through obstacle courses and survival activities that foster teamwork, discipline, and resilience. Scouts learned practical field skills such as fire making and bamboo cooking and enhanced their adaptability and appreciation for Filipino ingenuity. 14th IB emphasized that the program aims to develop disciplined and service-oriented youth who will become future defenders of peace and progress. This is Shane Araneta reporting for AFP Community News, 1 AFP for Stronger Philippines.
Thank you so much, Shaina.
Armed Forces Radio.
And another update from Spencer Ross, AFP activates its newest strategic command. Go Spencer.
Indeed, Rofh, the Armed Forces of the Philippines officially activated its newest strategic command. These mark a significant milestone in its ongoing modernization efforts. The new command is expected to enhance the AFP's capability to address evolving national security challenges with greater precision, coordination, and strategic foresight.
The strategic command or STRATCOM will serve as the dedicated combatant command responsible for the integrated command and control of our strategic assets and units in support of joint and combined external security operations.
Top defense officials, military leaders, and dignitaries gathered to witness the activation of the new command, which is designed to unity and strengthen the AFP's intelligence, operations, and strategic planning under a single integrated structure.
So as we have activated this command, let us renew our commitment to build an armed forces that is not only capable and modern, but also principled and united. An AFP that stands as a beacon of strength, discipline, and honor. And most especially, we stand as a beacon of stability for our country.
Rofh, this is not just a ceremony. It's a declaration of readiness, resilience, and transformation. This is Spencer, reporting for AFP Community News, 1 AFP for Stronger Philippines.
Thank you so much, Spencer Ross.
DWDD National News.
President Ferdinand Marcos Jr. joined fellow ASEAN leaders and Indian Prime Minister Narendra Modi at the 22nd ASEAN-India Summit in Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia. The meeting focused on strengthening ASEAN-India relations through initiatives under their comprehensive strategic partnership. As ASEAN's country coordinator for dialogue relations with India, President Marcos delivered the bloc's common statement and the Philippines' national statement. The summit emphasized both sides' commitment to deepen cooperation in trade, connectivity, and regional security.
DWDD Armed Forces News.
And that concludes today's broadcast, and thank you for tuning in, especially to our audience on AFP Radio, the DWDD's Facebook page. Be sure to join and catch us again tomorrow for more stories and updates, same time and same station. Once again, this is Rofh Suzon-Abay for AFP Community News, 1 AFP for Stronger Philippines.
Behold the latest military news update. This is AFP Community News, hosted by Rofh Suzon every 12 noon, Mondays to Fridays. Only here on DWDD Armed Forces Radio. 1 AFP for a Stronger Philippines.
Ito ang DWDD 1134 kHz AM. Balita, impormasyon at musika. Ito ang DWDD AFP Radio. Boses ng Kawal Pilipino.
Kayo ay nakatutok sa DWDD AFP Radio. Kami po ay kasapi ng KBP, Kapisanan ng mga Broadcaster ng Pilipinas.